Hey guys, we're doing another light maintenance day doing filter changes on the truck. Previous video we did the Bronco, so go back and find that. First steps on this guy, thumb latches. Pop these off, there's two there, one here, and one back there. And then all you gotta do is lift this up out of your way, and off she goes. Now this one is an aftermarket oiled filter. I think it's probably K&N. I don't remember what it says on there. Yes, it is K&N. And on these, you're supposed to wash these out and re-oil them and reuse them. But I don't like these kind of filters for a diesel because I feel like they don't filter enough. These are intended to improve flow for improved power, but I'm more concerned with clean air. This thing has all the power in the world. I don't need more. I'm not doing an aftermarket intake. I just want a good paper filter. So you'll notice there's a lip here that attaches to there, kind of makes the seal. And then on the bottom, there's two little feet down there. On the bottom of here, that's where it kind of sits in the box. So I'm gonna go grab my new paper filter and I'll be right back. All right, so here's my new paper filter. It's got the lip on top. It also has this foam block on the corner. Aftermarket's got away from using that, but what that's for is if you look in here, there's a hole right here that lets more air into the box. That foam it keeps like big debris from getting through that gap. So you're relying on flow from down here that goes up to the front. And then you also have this block here, and that foam is to help keep that from just being a gaping hole for debris and dirt. So I had to put my phone down to get that in there because I needed two hands, but you want to put the foam block down towards that corner, get your seat, your little feet sat in there, and then you just close the lid and you should feel it. You got to help it find that little seal. I might actually have to pick the filter up to the lid here. Hold on. Get in there. There it goes. Okay. It's settled in, and then you just put your thumb latches back on, and you're done. All right, up next is the cabin air filter. This is a flat style filter. You're gonna open this first. You can open that as well, but we're gonna push these tabs in here and over here, and it'll drop down, and then you need to pull this little rubber part that's like the center here, and that'll expose, let me set that down, that'll expose these two bolts. They are a 7mm. If you've done interior stuff with Ford before, it's the same old 7mm. So I'm gonna pull these off real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so once you get your bolts out, this is gonna pop out. There's clips under here that I've already gotten because I was just in here the other day to see the situation, but you need to kind of finesse this and be careful over here because that and this have plug-ins back here and you don't want to just yank those out. So be careful once you get them popped. And then you look under here and there's your filter door, okay? So you reach back here and pop that away and over here as well, and then that whole thing just kind of falls off of there. Sorry, that wasn't really in focus, but you pop this off the side, that off the side, and then these tabs kind of just fold out, okay? If you have a high mileage Super Duty like this, viewer discretion is advised. This thing is a dirty, like bad. So we're gonna set that over here and I'm gonna unbox this and we'll get this new one in. Be right back. Okay, so you'll notice when you pull your old filter out, if you can read the letters, that's the way it faces. These little tabs on top go up, and it's a little dirty, hard to read it, but it shows air pointed down. Like if you look in this air box up here, the blower fan is right under this filter, so your airflow is down. So when you get a new filter, it'll say airflow and an arrow. Just because the letters are able to read them doesn't mean that's the right direction. Airflow down. These tabs on the end up. And then all we do is just slide it back in place. Just like that. Airflow down. And then we'll get our door. Tabs on the bottom. We'll stick that in there. I might need 2 hands, but let's try. Find the tabs. Nope. This is really hard to do with 1 hand and a camera. 1 sec. All right, so once you get your bottom feet established, just fold it shut and then just push back on either side. And it doesn't click very loud, but you'll know, you just give it a little tug with your finger, it's on there. This ain't rocket science. All right, so we're gonna stick this back in, and you wanna try and make sure you get these clips reestablished, or else you're gonna fight this and it won't fit right. So you just kind of work around. You might have to line these up a little bit better. Might need 2 hands, but I'm gonna work on this for a second and then I'll catch back up with you. Okay, so I had to kneel down and look under here and fight this for a minute. And every time I had one of these clipped, it would unclip as soon as I worked over here. It's gonna wanna anchor this end easiest, and then you're gonna be fighting all of here, but there's 2 clips. There's one here and one here. Get this in first, and then it all just falls in, and then you're good. So try this in first if you're fighting it. And then we're gonna get that out of the way. Take this piece. It has little tabs that push down back here. There's little holes. Let me pull that out so you can see better. These tabs here go into those holes back there. And all you gotta do is just reach back there and push them down with your finger, and they just line up and slide in there. And then these little arms just kind of go down underneath and just stick them back in place. Pick up your glove box, pull that in, push this one in. Done. There's your cabin air filter. But just to show you guys, that is how dirty that was. Disgusting. If your blower's not blowing very hard, change this out. It's like 20 bucks. Thanks for watching, guys. I totally forgot this and had to back up, but maybe I can edit this in. Don't forget your bolts. Put those back.